There's something about ranks in Dragon Ball FighterZ that just hasn't felt right for the longest time, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what exactly it was until now. I feel like ranks used to mean something, but that experience seems to be gone for the most part and has been gone for quite some time. My name is Globku. Let's talk about what happened. But before we jump into it, if you guys would like to watch me play live, I stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Globku, link down below. And I'm actually trying to stream Dragon Ball FighterZ every day this week. I'll see you there. I love ranked matches in fighting games in general. I think the concept is really good. You start at a beginner level, fighting other players who are just as inexperienced as you are, and you slowly climb the ranks, fighting stronger and stronger players and becoming stronger yourself. I don't think there's any fault to this concept if executed correctly, and in fact, I've had a great experience with ranked matches in Dragon Ball FighterZ for quite a long time. Back when I started playing Dragon Ball FighterZ, it was literally all I did. That's how I improved at the game. And I still think that ranked in Dragon Ball FighterZ or most other fighting games is a great starting point to improve your own game. More than that, I believe ranked game modes add a lot of value to a game. Think about it. If you're not entering tournaments, if you don't have a local scene to play this fighting game with, and you just bought Dragon Ball FighterZ, what does the game offer you? A lackluster story mode and online matches. Playing online casual matches can be okay for a lot of people, but in ranked, you have a goal to rank up, to climb that leaderboard. There's a good sense of progression in ranked matches, and it's a system that rewards your skill as it improves. However, I would say that nowadays, it kinda doesn't feel that way anymore. Here's how FighterZ ranks work. Every time you win, you get a certain amount of points based on the rank of your opponent. If your opponent has the same rank as you, that's when you get the most points, which is sort of weird because the game doesn't reward you for defeating someone who is theoretically stronger than you. Same rank seems to be the best way to level up, and that's kind of weird, and it's been this way since the game launched. I never quite understood it. To get your first rank going from Cyberman to Earthling, all you need is 30,000 points. In fact, ranking up all the way to Supreme Kai should feel pretty smooth, because the most points you'll need to go up a rank is 70,000. From Supreme Kai to Living Legend, you'll rank up every 100,000 points, and then 200,000 points up to God of Destruction. And then, you'll rank up every 1 million points. Who came up with this number? This means that even though God of Destruction and Ultra Instinct are only one rank apart, the points that separate these two is the same as the gap between a brand new player with 0 points and a Living Legend. That means that you could have two God of Destruction players fighting against each other, and their point difference is the same between an Earthling and a Living Legend. Are you starting to notice the problem with this? At higher ranks, the grind is so insanely long once you reach a certain point. The amount of hours that you need to put into the game just to rank up is immense, and it can lead to wildly different levels of skill, especially because the game will find you opponents who are around the same rank as you, but not always the exact same rank. As the Super Saiyan Blue evolved, I played a Zeno, the highest rank in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm constantly fighting angels, which is insane if you think about it. On paper, it's just a couple of ranks above, but my opponent here has more than 2 million points over me. The difference of points between me and my opponent here is bigger than the entire amount of points that I got in my lifetime playing this game. And that's just 2 ranks apart. Now, you could argue that instead of looking at the rank, you could just look at the points. Instead of worrying about, oh, I'm a God of Destruction. No, I am a 2.3 million player. Thing is, the game will not properly reward you for beating better players anymore. The game does not distinguish a 2.3 million from a 3.4 million player. In fact, I'm starting to think it doesn't distinguish God of Destructions from angels at all. And on top of all that, we still have that conversation of, does rank actually represent your skill level? Which is a conversation that popped up on this channel recently when we had pros judging ranked matches trying to guess the players' ranks. And I do think that ranks matter up to a certain point. I definitely felt a big difference when I first picked up the game and climbed through the ranks. I felt like my opponents were forcing me to learn new techniques to improve at my own game. Looking back at my early gameplay, it is kind of inspiring. It's really awesome to see how far I've come, how bad of a player I used to be. It's a bit cringy too, don't watch it. But ultimately, that's what ranks are supposed to do. Nowadays, ranked is such a coin flip, complete roulette of how good of a player you'll find, regardless of what rank they are. And this happened for a reason. Let's go back to that Angel match. Is this guy a better player than me? Oh, absolutely. I know him personally, I know how good of a player Blue Heck is. Is he a higher rank because he's a better player? Absolutely not. He's a higher rank because he can't put this game down. At this point, ranks represent how long you've grinded more than your actual skill level, and the proof is everywhere. Before recording this video, I recorded my latest 9 opponents. Every single one of them. They were all Living Legend and above. First opponent, triple C assist. Don't need to tell you how that went. Second opponent was running a Videl anchor. I don't judge, but Third one was a God of Destruction who, like many other ranked players, did not know how to block, so opening him up was easy. Fourth opponent was also a God of Destruction who didn't want to block, but this time he actually built a team around that concept. Fifth was the type of player I admire but never want to become, a Pride Trooper who had mastered the art of the online tech. This guy was really tough to fight. Right after that, I got another Pride Trooper who was consistently mashing on Wake Up, no matter how many times he got punished for it. Number 7 match was a Super Saiyan Rose who was definitely a very rookie player with no idea what to do in neutral. Match number 8 finally got a solid God of Destruction, just overall a solid player. Took us a while, but we got there. And match number 9 was the Angel match against Blue Hack. At which point we both realized that we were playing at 2 a.m. It was time to call it a day. But why are these ranks all over the place? There's clearly no correlation between player skill and their rank. At least not as much as there used to be on the lower ranks. Well, that's because of a certain change that Arc System Works made to the ranking system. Arc System has gone through multiple changes on how ranked matches work. At first, it was a first to 2 set, which most players felt was a bit limiting, especially online. Sometimes it takes you a while to adapt to your opponent's playstyle. So at some point, they changed it to a first to 3 set for ranked matches, and it stayed that way for a very long time. That phase was my favorite, by the way. Then they introduced new ranks. Previously, the highest rank you could get was Living Legend, and let me tell you, it was really hard to get to Living Legend because you quickly ran into some insanely strong opponents, but ultimately, that's what ranked is all about. You run into the wall, you try to bring the wall down, you can't do it, you keep trying. But Arc System wanted players to keep progressing, so they added a bunch of new ranks. Fine. What they did next was what broke ranked for me. First, a point boost whenever you got a winning streak. This on its own is completely fine. If you win 5 matches in a row against a Super Saiyan Blue, maybe you don't need to be in Super Saiyan Blue. Maybe you deserve a point boost so you can quickly get to your real rank. Winning streaks exist in many ranked systems in other games, not just fighting games, other games in general, and it's completely fine. The problem was winning streaks combined with unlimited rematches. It became way too easy to climb the ranks, because if you lose a match, you quickly back out to the lobby. If you win a match, you keep rematching. All you need is a single player, one dude, who is naive enough to believe he can beat you or doesn't care about their rank, just wants to play a stronger player to improve his own game. This is no longer the case. Arc System Works reverted this choice, made ranked matches a best of 3 again, limiting the number of matches you can do. And a lot of people were sad about this change, and I agree, best of 5 is way better, but I still prefer the best of 3 than the unlimited number of rematches they had before. It's a bit of a hot take within this community. Unlimited matches were really popular, but to me, that's what broke ranked to begin with. And I think the developer knows this, otherwise they wouldn't have reverted this decision, but at this point the damage is already done. It's too late to go back now. The players have already climbed the ranks and their actual player skill is all over the place, which means there's a space of about 5 million battle points where player skill is completely random. I would say from Super Saiyan Rose and above, coin flip. This is one of the reasons why when I hear that the new Guilty Gear won't have ranked matches, my reaction is, maybe that's for the better. But I also remember all the good times I had with Dragon Ball FighterZ Ranked and how much my game improved just playing ranked matches. Ranked is really good when first immersing yourself in a new fighting game. It encourages you to get better by feeding you better opponents over time, and it provides a form of online progression. Dragon Ball FighterZ is no exception, but at this point, it feels like it doesn't matter anymore. The rank that I worked so hard to get in the past is left devoid of meaning. Almost like the thing I accomplished after so much hard work is a badge that I'm not proud of. I'm proud of my skill. I'm proud of how far I've come in this journey. I'm super proud looking at the old gameplay and seeing that I don't play like that anymore. But the God of Destruction rank that I got on stream recently, that didn't do much for me. So I decided that I'm done. I don't want to farm another 1,000,000 points of random opponents. I deleted the game on PS4. I'm ready to rediscover it on PC though, where it seems like players can actually block. Will I be running ranked matches? Maybe, occasionally, but I'll mostly be doing what I like doing best, running long casual sets with friends and players that I feel I can level up with. And if you want to be a part of that journey, come follow me on Twitch, link down below. What's your ranked experience? How was it at the start when the game came out and how does it compare to nowadays? I'd love to hear your guys' stories. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku and I'll see you next time. Bye.